Ever jumped into the ocean and thought, whoa, where'd all the light go?
Right.
It's like someone hit a dimmer switch, huh?
Totally. And it's more than just like getting a bit darker. Everything looks uh, different down there.
Totally different. Like, why is everything so blue and green? It's like we're swimming in a giant fish tank.
It is kind of like that, actually. We're going deep on that today, no pun intended. We're talking underwater visibility and light, and we've got some excerpts from this diving guide about adapting to light changes. It's wild stuff.
So let's dive in. We literally just disappear down there sometimes, especially on night dives. It's like that light just vanishes.
Yeah. So picture this. You're descending, right? It's not just that it gets steadily darker. Light actually changes as you go deeper.
Okay, now you're blowing my mind. I need you to explain that one.
You got it. Think of it this way. Water's like this massive filter. Like imagine shining a flashlight through a glass of, I don't know, cranberry juice.
Okay, I'm with you.
So the juice, or in our case the water, absorbs certain colors of light faster than others.
Ah, so that's why everything looks so blue-green the deeper you go.
Exactly. Those longer wavelengths, like reds and oranges, they get absorbed super fast. But the shorter wavelengths, like blues and greens, they penetrate deeper, giving the underwater world that signature color palette.
So that flashlight, it's not just helping us see, it's like it's revealing the true colors hidden down there.
Exactly. And get this. Some deep-sea creatures are actually red.
Wait, seriously? But that makes no sense. Wouldn't they be super visible to predators?
You'd think, right? But it's genius. Since there's almost zero red light reaching those depths, they blend right in. Talk about camouflage.
Wow, that's wild. Okay, so we've got this light getting absorbed, changing colors, everything's going blue-green. But what about just seeing clearly? Like, how far can you actually see down there?
Right, so not only is the amount of light decreasing, but what's left gets bounced around like crazy. It's called scattering, ever driven through fog.
Ugh, yeah. Worst nightmare. You can barely see a thing.
Perfect example. It's like your headlights are hitting all these tiny water droplets, and instead of a clear beam, the light gets scattered, making it harder to see.
So the light's just going everywhere underwater, just like those car headlights in the fog.
Precisely. And just like fog can be, a light mist or a total pea super, underwater visibility changes depending on what else is floating around.
You mean like sand and stuff?
Exactly. Silt, plankton, all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
More particles equal less visibility.
Which is why we have our trusty dive lights, like bringing our own sunshine down there.
Exactly. Artificial light is key. But it's not just about having a light, it's about having the right light.
Oh, you mean like those super powerful ones they use for underwater photography?
Those are great. A wide beam can illuminate a large area, while a narrower beam is better for spotting those little critters hiding in crevices.
It's like choosing the right tool for the job.
Exactly. Divers often switch up their lights depending on the dive. Now, you mentioned something really important earlier, navigation.
Oh, right. Like, how do you even know where you're going when you can barely see your hand in front of your face?
That's where training and experience come in. It's about learning to use all your senses, not just your sight.
Okay, so like what? Feeling your way along the bottom?
You'd be surprised.
Yeah.
Experienced divers use everything, their depth gauge, air consumption, even the way the water feels. And of course, there's always the trusty compass.
Wow, that's incredible. It's like they developed this sixth sense for navigating in the dark.
They do. They learn to read those subtle cues, those whispers of information that the ocean gives you. It's part of what makes diving so amazing. You're constantly adapting, learning to see the world in a whole new way.
It really makes you appreciate how incredible both divers and marine life really are. Now, for our listeners, next time you're by the water, take a second to imagine what's happening beneath the surface. Light bending, scattering, creating the secret world. It's pretty mind-blowing stuff.